Welcome back. This is Wonder to Bliss, and I'm Kevin. Hope you're having a good day today. Me, I'm very tired. I woke up bright and early this morning. My youngest brother headed off to college today. That's not feeling. He is the baby of the family. And now he's all grown up, I guess, off on his own. And it's interesting, but I showed up, do what I can, help him finish packing, make sure he had all of his ducks in a row, hope that he has everything that he needs, and give him any advice that he asked for or needed as he's moving on to this next stage of his life. It's a scary thing, moving out for the first time. What's this about to be like? Luckily, with college and school, there's a framework and a structure that does help aid this transition. You have a class that you show up, a schedule that you literally follow, a framework and obligations. You know what you need to do every day. It may have been more difficult for me after college, when then it was, what the hell do I do now? What do I make of myself now that I have this degree and I don't have people knocking down the doors constantly? I mean, you have bosses and jobs. You move on to that next stage, your next set of keepers, I guess. But for a while after school, I went to go and do freelance graphic design work because that's what my degree was in. Fuck, I was mid-20s. I was high as shit all the time. I had no sense of discipline. And unsurprisingly, I didn't do very well. Not that I was bad at designing or anything. I didn't have it in me to track down the clients, to do all of the things that needed to be done. So I didn't succeed wonderfully. It wasn't until I went back to a bit of a more structured system that I started to thrive a bit. Because I think I do have a bit of ADHD or something. It's made it difficult for me throughout my life. Because even though I always had structure, I always procrastinated. I always did things, and to the deadline, I'd get it done in a flash, and I'd do it well, because I'm relatively competent. But then, off on my own, who's holding me to account? Myself. Myself, and it's much more difficult. And it's been something I've been practicing and working on. And now, even if you've been listening to my previous episodes, I am in management now. I'm the general manager of a restaurant. So once again, I'm having to hold myself to a much higher standard, to actually hold other people to a standard. But I still have a boss who holds me to account, and I show up every day. But all the time, I'm trying to create this path of my own, where I'm podcasting and doing art and writing my books and living the life that I want to live. But I face my own demons and devils. And it's difficult to hold yourself to account when you need. And this is something for someone moving out on their first time away from home, off on their own. It's a struggle that a lot of people find as they're heading off to school. A lot of people flunk out their first year. They may have done fantastic throughout high school and the rest of their life. But now they're not under the restrictions and regulations of their parents. They'll start partying. They'll start cutting loose. They'll start doing whatever the hell they want because they can. And they will suffer every consequence of that, because we do need structure and framework in our lives in order to be productive members of society, in order to do things that mean something to others, in as much that they want to pay us for it. You need structure, you need framework. You can't just flow with the wind. I mean, you can. You're more than welcome to. We have free will and freedom of choice. But you probably will end up desperate and homeless, because that's what happens without any structure. Now, who is the one going to hold you to account? Who is the one going to give you that framework and structure? A lot of times it will be our bosses. But we will benefit the most, and we will succeed further and further in our own careers the more that we hold ourselves to account. That is true. And this is just advice that's running through my head as I'm thinking about this. Because if we have that self-initiative, if we have that internal drive, our bosses aren't having to hound us all the time about all of the things that need to be done. You get promoted, or you develop further and further, and you will move on to a bigger and better job, or a whole new industry, whatever. There's a world of opportunity out there. But the more that you do this, the more that you discipline yourself, the further you will go. And that's in a corporate framework. That's in any job, any place. People recognize this. They recognize discipline. It's more than just hard work, but it's directed focus and attention. It's a very valuable thing. It's difficult. It's not easy at all to regulate yourself. And this will happen all the time. People will be in a position of power, and they'll be dictating rules and everything, trying to regulate everybody else, but they themselves won't be regulated. That happens all the fucking time. But that's besides the point. But you'll get further. You'll do more. You'll do it more productively. You'll feel better as you're going because the path is a bit more clear because you've carved the way. Especially if you're trying to engage in some entrepreneurial pursuit. That's the damn key. That's what I've struggled with the most. Oh, why is this on my mind? I don't know. My brother's going off. But most particularly, what was interesting this morning was seeing my mother. We talked a bit about this. She, in her life, I'm one of 9 kids. So my oldest brother's 36. For 36 years, to today, she has been hands-on with children at home. And she's worked plenty of jobs in between, but she's always had that structure and framework of being a hands-on mother. And she'll always be our mother. But there, as of this morning, there is now no kids at home who are dependent on her. They've all left the nest. So she was struck with this same fear, this same worry, like, oh, what the hell do I do now? What do I make of myself? And she was sitting there trying to find the words because it wasn't fear exactly that she was feeling. It wasn't exactly sadness because she's happy for her kids to go off and do the things that they're doing. It was the whole point. She's not afraid necessarily. It's more of just an identity crisis. Like, what am I now? What do I do now with all of this time? For the first time in 36 years. She's about to have a lot of time to herself. So what do you do with all that extra time? What do you do? How do you craft that to be a productive life that you're happy with? These are the problems that she was running through with me this morning. And it's an interesting conversation because this is a very poignant example, but it happens all the time. Any life change that we go through, whether it is a new job, a new career, a move, I don't know, think of whatever you like, whatever you're going through right now. We get struck with these identity crises, whatever the fuck. Because what do we do now? This week I turned 30. I think I probably talked about it a little bit in previous episodes. But that's a big one. The turn of a decade. What do I do? Now, really, one day before, after a birthday, they're pretty similar. Nothing really changed because that one birthday happened. You're living the same path. You're walking the same steps that you were walking the day before. But it's the turn of a decade. I've spent this much time. How far have I gotten? Where am I going? It almost makes you ask those questions. And what's scary about growing older is that same problem. I've never been 30 before. Who am I now as a 30-year-old man who's no longer in his 20s? You turn 18 and you're officially an adult legally, but your brain hasn't developed fully until you're at least 25, and everybody knows it. So it's like, yeah, you're an adult. You should be more responsible, and we'll give you some privileges. But anybody older than you, you're still just a kid, figuring it out, stuck in this huge life change. Yeah, you're going to make some mistakes, and everybody expects it of you. By mid-20s, you're still young. You're still kind of wild. By 30, I feel like you've elevated to full adult. You better have figured some shit out now, huh? And it keeps going and keeps going every decade further. But I feel like I'm in that stage now. I'm full adult. Now, we always have questions. Growing never stops. Because even in a decade from now, when I'm turning 40, once again, I'm struck with it. I've never been 40 before. I could have perfected everything that a 30-year-old man could perfect. I could do it all. But then what does that man do once he's 40? What does he do once he has his own kids and he's stepping in and changing his career? All of these different moves, these things that happen. What do? You don't know what's on the other side of that door the second it's opening, and that's frightening. It is frightening, and it's tough. But you figure it out. You absolutely do. It takes time. It's one of the annoying things about life, about God and all the circumstances that we find ourselves in. We can't find fulfillment and enjoyment in the process of living. We can't experience growth if we don't go through this stage, this phase, these crises, these fears, this questioning and doubt. If you never experience that, then what do you have to gauge off of? How do you know you've moved forward? How do you know you've learned anything? It's only through the comparison between experiences that you know. Like, oh, I have grown. Oh, I have developed. Oh, wow, okay, this actually is been challenging but very interesting, and I'm super happy that I've gone through this door, and it worried me. And I was afraid at first. But now I'm here, and I'm doing it, and I'm succeeding, and I'm moving because I've kept showing up. I didn't back down. And it's because you go through these fears, that you can find reward. It's the beauty of it. And it's annoying because you have to go through it. This world is perfectly balanced. I talk about it all the time because it's the truth. It's perfectly balanced. And it has to be. There has to be negative experience for you to even know what is good. There has to be the ability to do wrong, to do evil things for good choices, or a good heart to even exist. Because if you didn't have the option to do something fucked up, then you choosing to do the right thing didn't matter. It's only when you weigh the scales and you're like, no, I shouldn't do that fucked up thing because I want to do what is right. That's what makes it meaningful. That's what makes it important. Because I could have fucked you over. I could have taken all of your things. I could have done the selfish thing, but I chose not to. I chose to include others. I chose to care about others' hearts and minds. That's what makes it meaningful. It's the same thing here. You have to have a little bit of worry. You have to have situations that change, that come in unexpectedly, that force you through that new door to challenge you, to move you, to develop you. And you gotta feel it. But as you do, you don't fight it. You feel it and you respond. Fuck. Then all of a sudden you're on the other side and you're like, well, you know what? Damn. Hell yeah. Thank you, God, for all of this life that I've lived. And I know it sounds simplistic sometimes. Some of these phases and the experiences that happen in our lives, they last for a long time. Some of it is incredibly difficult. Some things scar us. They walk with us for years. And it can literally take decades to be able to understand why something benefited you or how it was good. It takes time. It takes time. And you may be in the middle of a storm or a massive change, and all you can feel is fear or sorrow, pain, and even the idea that this may be actually beneficial to you just seems sickening. Because you're like, what the fuck? Don't you feel? Don't you understand what is happening inside of my heart and mind right now? And I do. I do. Believe me, I felt it. Time and time again. I've seen it in everybody. About so many different things. There's a lot in this life that can fuck us up. They can worry us. They can hurt us. But the truth is the truth. This is doing something. This is pushing you. It's moving you forward. And at the other side of this journey, this crisis, this change, you will find a more developed version of you. And it is going to be wonderful. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be better prepared for the next one because more will come. More will come. That is the game that we all play. And just know that it's okay. This is all happening as it should. And give yourself that grace. That's something, the biggest part maybe, and what I'll finish with here. Give yourself the grace and the understanding that, you're supposed to feel the things that you feel. You're supposed to. It's the point. It's how you know you've moved forward. You have a strong start, and then later you reassess and you realize how far you've come. A strong feeling, a strong fear, strong worry, strong hurt, strong pain. It's the marker. It's the indicator of where you are, what has happened, and it is what you will reference to forever. You'll always be able to point back to this phase in your life, and you will see what you've done as long as you choose to show up. You choose to keep playing the game, fighting the good fight. You will. It's a beautiful thing, but give yourself the grace. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel. Even if you feel like crying, but you can't let the tears out. It's all right to feel what you're feeling. It's okay. Just think of it as an indicator. And then pivot. Then move. Talk to me about it in the comments if you got questions. Let me know what you're going through. I love exploring ideas and lives, situations. Maybe one of my favorite things. Because we all have a story. It is an intricate and incredible web that we all go through. And it's so fascinating to be able to be a part or to read that story and maybe even change it with a positive note. I don't know, but let me know. If you got something that's worrying you, you can message me, you can email me, info@wonderedbliss.com. Put it in the comments if you're brave enough. Maybe I'll talk about it. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But I hope you have a good day, my friend. Wherever you are, whatever you're going through. Live it and love it today, huh? I would too. Until next time. Peace.